Hello there, YouTube. It's your boy AF Breaking Gaming. We're back with I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-looking good dating simulator. So, where we last left off, we failed with trying to woo the Colonel Sanders. But we get to start off from where we left off. So let's get right into it. Let's get back in the story, and let's go smash the Colonel. Woo! Finger-looking good, boys. KFC, please sponsor me. That'd be awesome. I wouldn't mind being sponsored by KFC. Sure, it's a heart attack waiting to happen, but I mean, I wouldn't mind getting a heart attack there. So let's start. You find the Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. I'm sorry, guys. I need to work on the accent a little more. Alone together for the first time, you figure now it's a perfect moment to show your personality to him. Nag him on, show your own strength? No, wow him with a big idea. Additional ingredient to really spicy things up. You know what? More of that. You know, about that. I was thinking about your secret recipe. I don't doubt it. It has a way of leaving an impression on all who taste it. You decide to show him that you also know a thing or two about blowing minds with new flavors. I actually had some thoughts on how you could improve it. Improve it? You want to change my secret recipe and you think you can do better? Oh god, oh no. Have you ever heard of habanero peppers? Heard of them? I tend an entire garden of chili pepper varieties. Habanero, poblano, cayenne. But that's not the point. You can't just toss new ingredients to my secret recipe and expect to improve it. Oh no. A recipe is about balance. It involves careful consideration and refinement. I didn't mean to. Let this be the last time you improvise on my recipes, Andy Coon. I'm headed back to class for the next lesson. That certainly didn't go as planned. You'd better head back inside, but you wait a moment so that Colonel Sanders doesn't think you're desperately chasing after him. You step into the massive cooking arena, oh god, where the afternoon lessons will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Miriam, look Andy, look at this place. Oh sorry, look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no. We have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans. You're going to earn with your signature. Adorable tiny food creations. Welcome students to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at me, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? Wink wink. A team of two, that is me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Oh no. Sure, Andy Coon. I'll prepare our station. Oh god, Miriam is salty. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Pop. Hello, new partner. Beep boop. Bzz. Oh my. Two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Ow! Ouch! No, that hurts. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Pop or Clank? Let's see, if he gets with Pop, Pop's useless. Clank is a robot. Clank it is! Andy can. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate! It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this point in juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, warp, warp. Clank noises. Can we just say clank noises? Miriam, hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Wait! Is she gonna... Bzzzt. Tissue? I hardly know you. Ha 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 ha. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You got the impression that this is a sign of affection. Aww. Oh shit, I think I did the right thing. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. I think it's a flint and steel, but okay. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Whoa there. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. Alright, good old family one. I mean, octopus, come on. Mashed potatoes. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy. I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. Oh my god, blush. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? Get away from me, Ashley. I want to get crushed in between those thighs, but that doesn't mean you could get in between me and my crush. We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your fingers off my man. Did someone call for me? Ugh, no, jeez, Van. While I'm over here crushing Andy Coon's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of classwork. That was a deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns. Wow, what's going on? Is that a JoJo reference? His attention to your old friends. Oh, Ashley. Oh, howdy there, Ashley Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Andy Coon was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. Ooh. I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha! Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. Well, after all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. Ooh. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that is passionate itself at your station, has positioned itself at your station. Ooh, fuck you, Ashley. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Oh god, it's starting, guys. Ashley is really going to be going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders' hunk of hunks in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, your forever besties who always has your back. Come on, besties, bro. You turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need, radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them! Actually, I think that Ashley and Van were just leaving. Leaving? You in the dust. Vis-a-vis my skills as a chef, perhaps? But stepping away from this competition, you are sorely mistaken. Miriam, your loyal friend, but Andy Coon is my partner for today's activities. No, you're a loyal friend, but Andy Coon is my partner for today's activity. You look out for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute duck corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed and boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps. You know as so well why your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy bowl, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering a nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Oh, look at those potatoes, baby. Oh, Colonel Sanders. Oh, shoot. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it. but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for the small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you lose something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensils into the mashed potatoes and lift the heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley, with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something! Something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Sprinkles. Hold on right there, Andy Coon. We do not waste food in broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from where it lands. Can I size potatoes' faces? Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Van, mashed potatoes with gravy, pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. Jesus Christ. Student, you've ignored me for too long. The end's now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No! Something about that dish doesn't strike me as quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned into process. The results could be toxic. Too late, it's been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him. Everyone step back, don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice that tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Oh God! It's a good thing I didn't go with that. Pop winces in pain for just a moment. Then it is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kind. Interesting. I'm not sure the professors here have enough money. Hello. I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please let me walk you home. Oh shit. Here's where it happens, guys. What? Like, for real? Come on. Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you had in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know. They're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him before you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Sandy Coon. There's something I need to tell you. Fine. No! Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef in the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward that dream day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you! Shut up! I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed the guy? We can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Oh, God. Forget him. We're not talking about me. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Spork Monster. The Spork Monster is here to fight the hero. Van. What the hell? I think I left the fridge door open later, nerds. Colonel Sanders. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting you down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid, be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster, see? Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Attack. Defend, attack! You decide to go for an attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love! Cook with love does 1 damage. It's just got real. The attack really upsets Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. I will defend. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation? You continue to stay back and endure whatever comes your way. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay, sure, you do. Spork Monster focuses her mashed mind and draws his energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? I will attack. You decide to go for the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster is no quieter, buffed up and ready to rumble. They go for an attack once again. Spork Monster uses Utilitensel. You take 2 damage from that attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. I will attack 1 more time. You decide to go for the attack. Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster oozing with cheese sauce onto the lawn of the clod. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded edge. Vile villain, you reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pop power pinch. Pop Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy, finish him. Spare this wretched beast. Forget mercy. No student will ever walk the quad in fear again. This monster messed with the wrong chef. Attack. You ready your final attack. You'll never survive my student debt loan destruction. Student loan destruction does 10 damage. Spork Monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders looks on in awe. You continue to surprise me, Andy Coon. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection it's much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. Ooh. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have it signed out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He mustn't help you get home. If in your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. And you can, good night, my Colonel. In your dreams, you're together with Colonel Sanders for some reason. Sprinkles is also there. Instructing your love dreams are weird. Zzz. What the heck's going on? You wake on day 2. And attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was a secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you. Alright, not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he's already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you call, you can tell her about the encounter with a Spork Monster. She launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might like Clank. Called it! Freaking called it, boys! We're getting Miriam a boyfriend. Ooh, yes. Like him? Like. I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him I like. him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. I'm thinking about maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders? The coolest guy in school? The most famous student I've ever attended University of Cooking School Academy of Learning? You're a thing now? Well, definitely connected yesterday. Ah ha ha ha! You sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's lies light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that a secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're all alone before continuing. ... So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. Was those drugs? I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever, anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch. You know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much of use to anyone. Coughs, fever, coughs. Please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from the Colonel Sanders. Tell her ingredient Colonel Sanders told you. Make up a fake ingredient. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? Sorry, Bessie. You're my bestie, but this is between me and my mans. I can't let you get in between that. Make up a fake ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about... It was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt. Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she merely turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in, cherry blossom petals fill the air. Oh God! It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Stand back and admire his majestic cloud. Run to him. I will stand back and admire. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Look at that dude. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting. With a flourish, he then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows this is his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful butte you have. I mean, what a horseful butte you have. Dang it, that's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Andy-kun, just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and we're up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile as if to say situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with the Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting immature. Act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get closer. Tell them to stop acting immature. You merely dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. Oh damn, I'm actually looking kind of freaky there, bro. Oof. Andy-kun. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Is that a Goku reference right there? Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was that they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after the encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing hee 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 hee. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzz 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 womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard of such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over, but I'm not interested in either of them. Damn, look at that. That's pretty hot. She's evil, but damn. She has fangs, bro. That's cute. She has a fang. Oh god, guys. I think I like Ashley. She also is thick. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena. At least, or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll arrive the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was the chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders. Oh, dude, sexy. And you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Andy-kun? Naturally. This appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A dog biscuit, a shimmering pepper, a glass of water? I'll take the dog biscuit. Because of the shape it's baked in, you assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles, an example of his own culinary talents, perhaps. You reach out for it when Sprinkles jumps up and bites onto your cooking apron. What kind of monster would steal a dog's favorite biscuit? Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks in horror as you fall unconscious from the embarrassment. Can this be the end? I never even got to taste it. Getting between a dog and his bone probably isn't a great choice. game over. God damn it, I'll try again. Alright, and we're back to the part where we left off. So I chose dog biscuit, so that was a... Sherman Peppers, get a glass of water. You grab the glass of water and gulp it down. It's cool and crisp like the purest snow melted by a mountain spring. Hey, that was mine. It was for my favorite toilet. You owe me $6. And you've got excellent taste. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. Well, we all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Oh God. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competition cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time. Step up and tell them you're on. I'll do that. Is everything a competition to do with you two? Yes. Yes. Well, not with me. I'm on a personal journey to learn to love. To learn to love? Question mark? Sure, why not? But definitely not to constantly battle. Yeah, stop getting your genres crossed. Don't you have some portable monsters to capture or something? Oof. I need to eat. If I'm going to have the energy to sustain my education and pursue my dreams of being a master chef. How are any of you supposed to get anywhere if you're constantly fending off challenges from every know-it-all with an apron? Besides, I already brought you my own lunch, Andy-kun. You should have it. It will give you the energy you need to succeed. Miriam reaches out and presents you a gift to you. My special grilled cheese and tomato soup with chocolate milk to wash it down, and a tartlet for dessert. A tartlet. Wow. That looks amazing. It's tiny, but it looks amazing. It only takes you about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's tiny food, but it's just what you needed for motivation. You know what? I've learned enough for today. Let's battle. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Sportsing court. Finally, a little sense, your breath a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Time ready." That's what I'm talking about. I stand corrected. If it's a battle you want, it's a battle you'll get. My bestie can be best of them. Can best the best of them. Best believe it. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now it's my chance to shine. I will definitely defeat you myself. Oh God, no, not the thick goddess herself. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does the water boil at? 100 degrees Celsius. That's right. But how would you have gotten this into the school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say he used? He said 12. That's right, you might not know ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Trust. Oh no, that's wrong. I'm begging you, I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the right time for some dog jokes. Next question. Oh God, I'm doing so bad. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you never to forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from the plate. Now would be a great time to harness energy. So what does it come from? A small town? Big dreams being born short. That's right. This is your shot. Aroo! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. That's wrong. What? Don't make it the spray bottle. Aw, damn it. What is it? You notice Colonel Sanders out in the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Andy-kun. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy? Damn it! That was too fast! You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert, a cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge or falling behind? Sorry, I forgot the question. You and Colonel Sanders trying to get her. He's gonna what are you crafting spectacular fried chicken, delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixture. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes. Zzz. I know you love nothing more than seeing fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Or you might not have any hands, but Andy Kun does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know what it properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way, but don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand in a mixer and rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Andy Kun, no! And you're not fast enough and your hands get stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use a hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. It was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, I wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Andy Kun's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick Doggy Chops off as he looks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under the white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights taking you on a journey of flavor and taste, good, and tells the story of excellence. I'm going to ask Andy Kun to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you find a delicate fried cheese croquette, atop a slice of honeycomb ice cream, 2 ways tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry giggle. Damn. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed, as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you hee. As he places sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage fear. Put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. I'm gonna stay calm and collected. I lost, but I'm gonna stay. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by the poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run over the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult inside of you. A storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. Screw you, Colonel, if you do that. And he won't even ask you to cater for his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now, not just from the devastating loss, but from the run-in of the mixer, with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll just never be a master chef. Oh, fill his fryer. Failure's part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. Guy, but I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I didn't know. People see me delicate ribbon tie and well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past mindsets. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by threatening shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork Monster. Spork Monster. Gorko the Spork Monster is here to fight a hero. If anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu, I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin, and I'm Gorko. I'm here to avenge him. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He is already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what Andy Kuhn is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose, but we really don't need to fight. It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws. Oh, he's ashamed. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do. Inspiration strikes and you come up with a quick idea. Jump on this. You toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious! You're just nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a Chihuahua, but I was still a student at the school until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook? Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way, I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. Oh, I have a friend. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Anticut. Together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like that you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. Look at that. Oh my god. This is beautiful. Damn, look at that scenery, bro. This guy's rich. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret just for you? He's my lover. I have to. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive into head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you the original coleslaw. A shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Luke's hideaway. Magnificent! Together, you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold onto the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back to this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? I have a feeling it's gonna go really bad. It's something to do with what Ashley said to him, but we'll see. Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be a perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tapping an item to discover more about the Colonel. We'll start here. This must be where he keeps a secret recipe. You think for a moment what number is important to Colonel Sanders, then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 11, 11, 11, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Tap an item to discover more about the Colonel. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor from the goatee and mustache combo he sports. You figure that this must be the Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of them just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? Time to discover. The photo appears to be the Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt? Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. Tap an item to discover more about the Colonel. The door just opened. I'm gonna click on this one. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheering them. They hold fried chicken. You look closely and you see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. You take a close look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Tap and I discover more about the Colonel. Click on the chicken. You know, it's a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, the true state bird of the great state of Kentucky. Tapping on discover more Colonel. We're tapping on everything. You gaze out the window across the vast lake of the mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never really learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack, and the ghost student is swept out with the breeze. I like how we're just ignoring him. What's this? A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Colonel spun silver hair. A scented candle. Till you pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in the lake? Summer of '69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's... Oh, tap and item discovered. What's the secret ingredient? You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off a hanger and try it on. The jacket is a big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where their heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on. He wants to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. You tell him you're cold. You fess up and tell the truth. You decide that now is your moment. You make a big move. Oh god, guys. Do I do it? Do I make my move? We're going for it. Whoa. This is the kind of game. Not that we blame you for trying, but still. What? No! I was about to confess my feelings. What kind of game is this? I wanted to smash the Colonel. Alright, well, we're back after I get back here again. And we are back to where we left off. So I decided to make a big move. God damn it. You tell him you're cold, you fess up and tell the truth. I'll tell him what happened. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too. Oh, he loves me back! But I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thoughts of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Andy-kun. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence. Zzz. You wake a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. I slept with the Colonel. Nani? Oh shit. Thumbnail right here, boys. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Can I click on note? In some jurisdictions isn't even legal, but if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? So how presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Oof. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Take him down a peg, flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pull in the corner of his eye, and as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening too quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy of Learning awaits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, but now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on Saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered with the Clank, he asked me to go on a date with him. Of course I told him, you'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But when he just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did you just say skydiving, as if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. Oh, they had a one-night stand. Ooh. You don't give Miriam the time to tell her whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own nights is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to the Colonel Sanders house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection, wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp the fact, because you know he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with Sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog in a tree. You can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There's the horse on the Colonel Sanders rides to his school, but who would dare to pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerves, Andy-kun, suggests to pick on a defenseless horse. And now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrived just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Ooh, Ashley, bro, the blushing face. Ashley, squeeze me between your thighs, please. Let's continue. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Andy Kuhn, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fine form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned? My hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke my nail. Why winning so hard? Technically, I don't believe it. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about a flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Andy Kuhn. I'm more than capable enough to speak for myself. Ooh, no, I'm making the Colonel mad. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine arts of fine foods. We'll be right back. So you see you inside, Andy Kuhn. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's the book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a bunch of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edge of this page. I could use a spell here and it says it will erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Cast the forbidden spell. Don't do it after all. Why would I forget the Colonel? Okay. I'm not gonna do it. You take your friend's advice and you put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up as he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs out to the window into the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you never to come back here! Terrence! I will destroy you! Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over but doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named it Terrence? You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by that not only Terrence but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. It actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Andy Kuhn, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see. But before you can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming to the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. Clink. Bzz, bzz. How you gonna do my man's Miriam, bro, you wanted a boyfriend. How you gonna do my man's dirty like that? You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan, J&J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Bzz, bzz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great deed. Beep, whir. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you paddle down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Oh. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a long ding stops him in his tracks. Clank. Bzz, beep, bzz. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that. Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks good, okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room and be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see the entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate, but we mustn't just be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of pet talk. Andy-kun. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay, so I'm so mad. I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke. Even in the source of her frustration, it's such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need any more. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. We'll be sorta, but I'm sure that there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us, and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes that tear from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm gonna make a very special soup, and I bet the Professor Doc's gonna love it. Love it up. While you were prep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea to how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van and the supposed Man-Man and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Andy-kun's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. And Andy-kun, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decided that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it like there was no sound at all. Fess up about your practice dish. If I leave it, it's gonna burn. It's not gonna go well. I have to fess up. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Haha, no. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. but it's probably starting. It'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. This is except to cook with everything you've got. To step up the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge of victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 I thought he said 11 herb spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity of the room starts to full at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is gonna be serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as I levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster Blaster! Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and ride! Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clank gets into on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique! Oh wow, I can understand him. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? Ashley. Is that singularity, as we foretold? We mustn't let it happen. The appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out to the back of the door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? You've got a book of your own. Cast a spell? Do it the hard way. You can do it the hard way, big boy. Who needs magic when you've got passion, right? I'm gonna do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. Oh, that dreamy man. I believe in you, Anakin. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Anakin, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny Food's short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's a secret ingredient. However, oh no. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up, and where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up in a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. Spork monster. It is I, Steve, the Spork monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork monster notices that you got your grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Ha! Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles into the pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel a spork monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. They really need to focus on this competition. Oof. Oh, it's okay, Spork Monster. I still love you. I understand. I think it's time to monster school. Time in I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, You toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes it. Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Give up and drop out of culinary school? Hell no. You summon extra power from deep down within yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Ah! This is where I go Super Saiyan. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. Aw, dude, I'm feeling it. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds I have been preparing their entire lives for. Ghost student. Yes, Andy-kun, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You're interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Andy-kun, you may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned this support. I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. Help me, man. I'm actually about to cry. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been down my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop, clank. From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hee hee, I'm flying. And it seems like it's coming from the broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks, I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank! Where did the pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word beep or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged. Huh. I guess we'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days. 3 days? But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in a savory soup. Oh my god, that looks delicious. God damn, bro, she could cook. My word, it's so delicate. It's a teeny tiny narutokami. I spy a float in this itsy bitsy bowl. Yes, chef. Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Wait, Chef Ramsay? Cause he has a pet dog. No way. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from bay tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. It's not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with such a love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a hug, huge hug. Thank you, Andy-kun, Andy-kun, for helping me to believe myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. Ahmed. Uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. That looks disgusting. Did you skewer one type urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Pringles. Yes. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly what I did. A bit much is kind of my brand, doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose closed on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing this custard to slosh around. Woof, woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back on as his tongue is poked by Propt. Youch, my tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat it. It kept poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles can make it difficult to eat? Dejected Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't do simplicity. This isn't your last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm the agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup, topped with French mélange and connected by sugar glass. Damn. That looks cute and fancy AF. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I've asked you that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food? At a cooking school? Get toast in your ears or something, Dandy-kun. I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be a judge on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. Sprinkles. I suppose you could smell it if you're absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to fake the nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. Oh damn, she's thick, bro. Ooh, squeeze me between them thighs, boys. As this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders are final cooks. Step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Oh, that looks so good. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drumroll plays. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you gave me this thing. And completely blown away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partake in the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem so to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and the Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this anyone? Now that school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Oh my god! All those learning, man, it's coming to end, guys. But I haven't gotten the answer from Colonel. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is on the house! Oh! You knew that Sprinkle was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley. Ooh, Ashley! Baby! Alright, look, guys, I need to be the anime wife with Ashley's it. That they're competing themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were in villains and then fucking that guy. For a moment you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed for graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. I was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's a Spork Monster. He has finally, he's totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer everyone to refer to me as by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking. Sorry. The Spork, sorry, Party Monster. The ejected student walks off. Maybe things. Oh wow, Miriam looking cute. Work out of Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and now you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking to the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam to accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured that it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we got a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of Chancellor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electric hissing. Oh god. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew this whole time. Now that I have learned that the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I have just begun to learn who I really am. This is the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears. Wow, so much things are going on. Disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Ooh, the pedals. Howdy, classmates. Whoa, Colonel Sanders, bro. Let me get in action. Just like that, the first day of you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. Ooh. The end? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Yes! Yes, it's coming! Finally! Andy-kun, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy of Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to! As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. At once my 100 franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Andy-kun. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. What? But you will help you run your restaurants. I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at your school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I can enroll at a pastry school. Oh my dear Andy-kun, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually, and along the way you'll have me by your side. The end. There it was, boys. That was the end of I Love You, Colonel Sanders. Holy shit. That was a ride. That was a ride, boys. That was a ride. I really enjoyed that. We got to be with the Colonel, which I won't wow, that was good. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one. We'll see you in the next video. This one's really long, so hope you guys enjoyed it.